Good afternoon, class. Today I'm going to talk with you about hand washing, and I'm going to share a little story about a little girl named Janey. But Janey needs your help to let her know and remind her when she needs to wash her hands. Do you think you can do that? I bet you can. Come on, let's see. Wash your hands, Janey. Janey is a little girl who loves to play and have fun. She is always exploring and discovering new things and getting into exciting adventures along the way. Janey loves to explore, but sometimes forgets what a mess she gets in on the way. Janey needs someone to remind her that she needs to wash her hands and clean her face when she has been out on her adventures. Do you think you might be able to help Janey? Whenever you think it might be time for Janey to wash her hands, just shout out, "Wash your hands, Janey," and you will be helping Janey to remember to wash her hands. It was a beautiful spring day in Sudge Street, and Janey woke up to sunshine streaming through her window. She jumped out of bed, pulled on her dress, and headed downstairs. Janey's mom had laid out her breakfast of eggs and toast with orange juice. Janey's mom asked, "Have you washed your hands before breakfast, Janey?" "No, not yet, Mom," Janey said. Can we all remind Janey she needs to wash her hands before breakfast? Let's say it together. Wash your hands, Janey. Janey washed her hands with soap and water at the kitchen sink and then sat down to munch her breakfast. After breakfast, Janey headed outside to explore in the garden. First, she crawled along the grass and saw a ladybird and some ants. Then she swung on a tree branch and saw a squirrel high up in the tree, jumping from branch to branch. Down at the bottom of the garden in the tall grass, Janey did some exploring and found two tennis balls, a broken fishing net, and a molehill. Mom called Janey from the house. "Would you like a drink of water, Janey?" Janey ran up to the house. Exploring had made her thirsty. "Janey, look at those hands," Mom said. "They are filthy." Can we all remind Janey she needs to wash her hands after playing in the dirt? Let's say it together. Wash your hands, Janey. Janey washed her hands with soap and water at the kitchen sink and then sat down to drink her water. After drinking her water, Janey needed to go to the toilet. After she'd been and flushed the toilet, Janey needed to do something. Can we all remind Janey she needs to wash her hands after she's been to the toilet? Let's say it together. Wash your hands, Janey. Janey washed her hands with soap and water in the bathroom and went to find Bubbles. This is Bubbles, Janey's best friend. Janey and Bubbles like to have cuddles, but when she's finished stroking Bubbles, what does Janey need to do? Can we all remind Janey she needs to wash her hands after she's been stroking Bubbles? Let's say it together. Wash your hands, Janey. Janey washed her hands with soap and water in the bathroom and went back into the kitchen. Now it was time for lunch. Janey ran downstairs. She loved helping Mom in the kitchen, especially when she got to eat some yummy food. But before Janey could do any sandwiches, she needed to do something first. Can you help her out? Wash your hands, Janey. She then went to make her sandwich. Janey made a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Her favorite. Janey finished her food and had sticky jelly all over her hands. What do you think she needs to do? After eating, Janey needs to do something first. Can you help her out? Wash your hands, Janey. Janey then decided she wanted to do some crafts. She decided to do some cutting and sticking. Mom got all the colored paper, scissors, glitter, glue, and ribbon out of the cabinet and put it on the table. Janey loved to do crafts. I'm going to make a picture of the garden and all the things I saw in there today, said Janey. Once she had finished, Janey had paint, glue, and glitter all over her hands. What do you think she needs to do now? Wash your hands, Janey. Janey washed her hands with liquid hand wash to wash off all the glue and dried them on the towel. After that, Janey and Granny headed off to the park in the sunshine. Janey swung on the swing, she whooshed down the slide, climbed on the climbing frame, and dug in the sand pit. Granny pushed Janey on the swing and then sat on the bench and watched her playing. Soon it was time to go home, and Janey and Granny walked back holding hands. When Janey and Granny got back, Janey's mom had made some cookies. They all sat down at the table. Please, please, can I have a cookie, Mom? Said Janey. Of course, Mom said. And before Mom could get the next words out, Janey said, I think I need to wash my hands. Janey went to the sink and gave her hands a good wash. Well done, Janey. You remember to wash your hands so they are sparkling clean, Mom said. Janey wants us to remember that washing your hands with soap and water or using a hand sanitizer gets rid of germs. Clean hands equal healthy hands. Healthy hands equal healthy kids. So let's all continue to wash our hands.